As the nation watched Barack Obama assume the presidency this week,
the 44th President of these United States, Barack Obama.
The weight of 2 wars and an economic recession hung heavily on America's 44th Commander-in-Chief.
The state of our economy calls for action, bold and swift, and we will act, not only to create new jobs, but to lay a new foundation for growth. We will build the roads and bridges, the electric grids and digital lines that feed our commerce and bind us together. We will restore science to its rightful place and wield technology's wonders to raise healthcare's quality and lower its cost. We will harness the sun and the winds and the soil to fuel our cars and run our factories, and we will transform our schools and colleges and universities to meet the demands of a new age. All this we can do. All this we will do.
President Obama's nod towards alternative energy is nothing new. A grueling 2-year campaign for the presidency highlighted numerous issues, including the future of wind power and biofuels. From the cold caucuses in Iowa to the daily grind of the general election, Obama has promised to double alternative energy production in his first term.
Because if we create a new energy economy, we can create 5 million new jobs easily here in the United States. It can be an engine that drives us into the future the same way the computer was the engine for economic growth over the last couple of decades.
A lofty goal buoyed by massive federal spending. The $825 billion stimulus bill proposed by Obama and modified by House Democrats includes a litany of investments. Under the new plan, some federal tax credits for sectors like wind energy would become Energy Department grants, paid in advance to spur faster alternative energy investment. The omnibus bill also includes $6 billion designated for rural broadband infrastructure. But it's still unclear whether or not the bill's larger sums aimed at state and local infrastructure will be used for rural projects like bridges and country highways. Outside of the stimulus proposal, the Obama administration's views on agriculture include a variety of initiatives, and some in alignment with Republicans.
Please join me with a big Farmers Union welcome in welcoming Senator Barack Obama, candidate for President of the United States.
Speaking to members of the Iowa Farmers Union in November 2007, then Senator Obama agreed with a bipartisan proposal from Iowa Republican Charles Grassley to cap farm subsidy payments at $250,000. Despite a bipartisan coalition, the subsidy cap did not make it in the 2008 Farm Bill.
Here's what I'll do as president. I'll immediately implement country of origin labeling because Americans should know where their food comes from.
Federal officials were set to enforce country of origin labeling, or COOL, in the coming months. But an Obama executive order this week froze all pending regulations until further review from the new administration. Current COOL policy would allow a meat processor using product from foreign and domestic sources to simply place multiple countries' labels on the packaging. Some cattle groups hope Obama and new Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack will tighten rules concerning a multiple countries label and enforce more descriptive labeling.
I've always stood for tougher environmental regulations and local control over whether CAFOs can be built in your neighborhood. That's why we need to limit equip funding to giant CAFOs so they're forced to pay for their own pollution. That's what I'll do as President of the United States.
Obama's stance on controlled animal feeding operations, or CAFOs, has endeared the new president in many environmental circles. But those same stances have created an uneasy reception from livestock producers.
We'll tell ConAgra that it's not the Department of Agribusiness, it's the Department of Agriculture.
Despite Obama's public condemnation of agribusinesses, critics have blasted new Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack as being too close to large agricultural companies. The former Iowa governor has a history of supporting biotechnology and ethanol production during his tenure in the Hawkeye State. In his confirmation hearing last week, Vilsack said he would be a secretary for all American farmers.
I do appreciate the diversity of agriculture and that it's the job of the USDA to be responsive and representative of all of that diversity and to be supportive of that diversity.
While Obama will likely confront multiple domestic and international challenges in his first 100 days, the 44th U.S. president made a 2007 promise to quickly tackle rural policy.
After I'm elected, I will ask Democrats and Republicans to come together for a summit on rural America. And I won't be holding it in Washington. We'll meet right here in Iowa. We'll listen to you. We'll come together in a bipartisan way. And we'll take action on a rural agenda in my first 100 days in office.
For Market to Market, I'm Andrew Bott.